What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick review and demonstration over Unlock by UVI. Make sure if you guys do like this content, though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But with no further delay, let's get right into this Unlocked, baby. Hit the key. All right, guys, so when you open up Unlock, it's going to look like this. Unlocked is basically a Foley plugin that utilizes doors and all kinds of different random sounds to make Foley for your tracks. So this might not be for everybody, but it might be for you. So when you take a look here at the plugin, it's got a little bit going on here. You got the control over your speed and your distance and the reverb of the actual sound. There's like 120 different doors and then like 186 other different Foley sounds in this plugin, which makes it pretty expansive because at first when I started using it, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this. But then when I started messing with it in the beat, I was like, oh, this is kind of fire for Foley. So as you look here, you got all kinds of different doors. So if you click on this, boom, you see all these different doors and they all sound different, opening and shutting. You got more doors over here, office doors, cupboards, appliance, sliding doors, just whatever kind of door it is that you're looking for. So you got all those over there as well. You got basically 3 different kinds of movement with this, and we'll get into that here in just a moment. But if I was to click this, that's the current Foley that I'm using. That's not necessarily how it's always going to sound because I've turned off the handle and I've turned off some other stuff. And then I've added some sub layers over here. So as you look over here, you get a bunch of different sub layers. So, you get things from like bell, air, pressurized air, glass, handles, locks. You just get all kinds of different sounds that make it kind of sound like Foley in whatever beat it is that you're using. And then you can even take out the doors, you can take out the opening, you can take all that stuff out if you want to. And then you can just use the Foley and stuff here on the side as well. I need to go ahead and take this out right here because I'm going to play a sample beat here for you guys here in just a moment. As we look in here, you get different controls with the handles, like the sound it's going to make. So you get control over the volume, the grab, the release, the pitch and a filter on that. And then with the door, you get control over the length of the door, opening and shutting, volume, and then you get pitch and a filter on that as well. It's going to come with some effects. So these are going to be the standard effects here in Unlock. It's going to be equalizer, compressor, reverb, and a limiter. But you obviously get all the effects that are in UVI too as well. So you can actually come up here and then you can get a ton of different other effects here. Because you guys know UVI has a ton of different effects and you can grab those too as you want. We're not going to go through all those effects today. But we're going to basically focus more so on just the door. So I made a sample beat as always using Unlock. So as you see here, I use it as some Foley in a different place. So the bells and the doors opening, it just made the beat a little more interesting. It's not all the way mixed down, but let's go. All right, guys, so that's the little sample beat that I cooked up for you guys today. Let's go ahead and hop back in Unlocked and check it out a little bit more. So I pulled up a little different instance of Unlocked. This was just one that I was messing with a little bit earlier. So here's a different one of the doors. This door right here would be like an elevator door. So when you're looking at this here, you have basically shut and you have open. So it's going to sound different both ways. And this one's going to sound different as well. So with this plugin, it's a round robin plugin. So if I was to tap the same thing 3 times, it's going to sound a little bit different. I'll mess with that on a different sound. It's only going to be 3 buttons. So you have the, basically the shut, the open. So C is going to be shut, D is going to be closed or open, and then E is going to be like a knock. And so like some doors have knocks. So like, let's go into another door here real quick. So boom, we'll click on this. Let's just hit an office door real quick. Now, as we open up this door right here, see now it has a knock. So all the doors and knocks sound different too. So you can use that again in your beat or whatever is Foley. But like, listen. So you hear how it's round robin? I'm tapping it with the same velocity. Obviously I'm using a mouse, but you can hear the tapping or the knocking of the door sound a little bit different as it goes through the round robin. And then with this too, like what I wanted to show you guys here. So if I push this button down, it's gonna give me all that. But like, let's say, I don't know, I wanna add like a sub layer. I can add whatever I want to. So now I have this wood squeak in there as well. And so now I have that in there. But I can take that out and I can use whatever I want to, so I can get some dragon noises. You know, you got glass squeaks. You got different lock noises that you can use. But what's cool too, like I said earlier, is I can turn this off. So like, let's say I don't want to use the, the door. I want to turn it off and I just want to use the lock and some of these other Foleys over here. I can use them. And you see how, again, I'm hitting the same button over and over again, but it's got that round robin mode. So it's going to make it sound different, which is pretty dope too. Because in your beat, it's going to be able to switch up that Foley each time it hits. But I can keep adding different layers. You know, so that sounds a little bit different. I can add on different things like, you know, wood rolls. And then I can just keep adding. And so you can make your, and so that was the bell that you guys actually heard in the beat. But there's a few different bells here that you can use as well. So that's pretty fire. Obviously you can offset it. So if you wanted to come in later, you can do that. Like I said, there's a filter here. So this is pretty fire because you can do a whole lot with your Foleys to make them original, to make them, you know, unique to yourself. Let's go ahead and mess with a few more things here. And you see here, down here is the round robin. So as you're looking at the round robin, you can go from 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can make it auto, so it'll just automatically round robin. I have it going like every 4, you know, it's gonna round robin for up to 4 times. You have different stuff up here too, like mics. So you can choose which mic it's recording. So you can choose where it's a classic, a dynamic, a cardio, or a super cardioid mic. So another thing that's cool too, as you see up here, I'm kind of like sampling some of these sounds like right here. So that's giving me all the sounds. I can just listen to what the lock chain sounds like by itself if I want to by pushing this button right here. And then I can figure out what the roll plastic sounds like by just hitting this button right here. And then I can also hear what the bell sounds like. You know, so that's a pretty dope feature. Let's go ahead and listen to a few more sounds real quick. So we're gonna get this wood creak on here. Let's grab something else. Let's grab like a piece of metal squeak. And then let's grab something that's airy. Let's grab some air pneumatic. So let's turn off the doors and see what it sounds like. And so I can't stress enough, a lot of that stuff is gonna sound super fire under the beat because it's just, you turn it down and it's gonna be some ear candy and nobody's even gonna know where you got that ear candy from, you know what I'm saying? Over here, you have like a balance, you have like reverb, you got distance, and then you have like a speed over here. So let's go ahead and mess with these controls real quick. So that's dope. You can mess with the speed. So you see when I'm pushing it down now with the speed, it's going a lot faster. If I turn this down though. So that could be very useful too in your Foley and stuff like that. One more thing I want to show you guys real quick is if we come over here to the main effects, we can mess with like the reverb type. So, you know, you can go, you know, a medium room, a small room, just all kinds of different, basically reverb types. So you see this right here. We got large kitchens. Let's get the speed back up real quick. You got large rooms. You got extra large rooms. And that reverb is fire. And then we also have like exterior. So you can be out in the field. You can be in the forest. And there's just a bunch of different controls. So you can mess with the compression, the limiter. You can mess with your EQ over here. And so as you can see, the more I'm messing with this, the more that I'm messing with this, I'm just getting a different sound, which is pretty dope. So that's basically what I got for you guys today. If you're looking for some kind of plugin that helps you with your Foley, that can give you kind of a unique sound, maybe do something different for you guys, I would recommend checking this out. If you're not messing with Foley, you know, this might not be the plugin for you, but I think it's a pretty neat little plugin, and I would recommend it if I was looking to just get some kind of unique textures and tones and sounds in my beat. So make sure if you guys do like this content, though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell, so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some hit the key.